Hello everyone! Today's video is sponsored by CARDMARKET.com, Europe's largest online marketplace for Pokemon. You can find all the best-selling cards right now in the metagame. You can find really good bargains from older cards and things like that. You can also find any sort of product you might need, any singles, any boosters or booster boxes or sealed products, along with accessories from basically each and every set. And make sure you tune in to the end of the video to find out how you can win a €10 voucher for the website or a €5 voucher if you are just signing up as a first-time customer. Hello everyone and welcome to our first video sponsored by CARDMARKET.com, Europe's largest online Pokemon marketplace. We are going to be bringing you an analysis on the third place deck from the Limitless Online Invitational by Azul Garcia Griego. This combo station deck that ended up becoming quite popular in recent days, mainly because of the major success it has had. It won the 4th Limitless online qualifier, and if it hadn't been for a glitch, it might have won the Invitational as well. So the deck relies on Zacian V, utilizing Intrepid Sword, where you look at the top 3 cards of your deck, you attach any number of Metal Energy cards you find there to this Pokemon, and you put the other cards into your hand, and your turn ends after using the ability. Brave Blade for 3 Metal Energy does 230 damage, which is a really nice and powerful number. You are mostly 2-hit killing or 1 killing pretty much everything that exists in the current competitive metagame, and this used to be paired with ADP in order to use Alter Creation GX Plus in order to draw an extra prize once you took a knockout. However, now Zacian V has Jirachi Prism Star as a partner for its ability Wish Upon a Star if you took this Pokemon as a face-down prize card during your turn and your bench isn't full. Before you put it into your hand, you may put it onto your bench and then you take one more prize card. So a really nice ability, and you can guarantee that Jirachi Prism Star goes into prizes by combining it with Oranguru's Primate Wisdom. Watching your turn, you may switch a card from your hand with the top card of your deck. You put at the top, and then you utilize Mr. Mime's ability Pantomime. When you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench during your turn, you may switch one of your face-down prize cards with the top card of your deck. So that's how you get Jirachi Prism into prizes. This is what the combo looks like: Oranguru, Mr. Mime, and Jirachi Prism Star. And that means that after Zacian V is able to take a prize card, for example on a Dedenne or an Epigram, you get that +1 prize card as long as your bench isn't completely full. Now the deck also includes Zamazenta V for its ability Dauntless Shield. You prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from your opponent's Pokemon VMAX. That's really nice, especially against the most played VMAX right now, which is Dragapult. And you also have the Assault Tackle attack, which does 130 damage, and you discard a special energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. Now there are more special energies being played with Speed Energy and Horror Energy by the different Dragapult and Pigram decks, so that's really nice. And of course the Spiritomb Beast decks that ended up winning the event. However, every time you attack, you're taking a knockout anyway, so that probably doesn't make a difference. But the VMAX protection is what makes this card really useful. Now finally, we have Dusk Necrozma, the promo card with Dust Shot. You get to choose a Pokemon GX or EX and you do 60 damage to it, so this is a way you can soften up a Pikarom or a Choo-Choo that you want to take down before Zacian is able to deal the max damage. Rusty Claws could be good towards the end of the game, but it's not super reliable. It's reliant on your opponent having 1 prize card, and if you're using Dusk Necrozma to attack, it's likely that it will just go down next turn, so you have to make sure that if you are using Rusty Claws, it's gonna finish off the game. And for the same price, you can get 30 extra damage with Brave Blade. Now we have Jirachi's Stellar Wish ability for consistency purposes, where we can look at the top 5 cards of our deck, reveal a trainer card you find there and put it into your hand, then Jirachi goes to sleep, but that's not a big deal when you're playing Escape Boards, Switches, and Scoop Up Net. And finally, we have a single copy of the Dedenne-GX to increase the consistency of the deck. Supporters wise, we are only running 6 total, but that's compensated by Jirachi, Dedenne, and the very same Intrepid Sword ability by Zacian. We have 4 Professor's Research, discard your hand and draw 7 cards. We have Marnie, where each player shuffles their hand and puts it on the bottom of their deck. And then if either player put any cards on the bottom of their deck in this way, you draw 5 cards and your opponent draws 4 cards. Finally, we have bosses orders to make sure we are targeting the right Pokemon. You switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon with our active Pokemon, an effect that we are all very familiar with and that is very welcome into the metagame right now. We do have 4 Acro Bikes in order to help with the consistency of the deck. We have 4 Quick Balls to make sure that we are finding the combo pieces and our stations as well. And we can discard Metal Energies so that we can get use of the Metal Saucer, which allows us to attach a Metal Energy card from our discard pile to one of our benched Metal Pokemon. Finally, we have a single copy of Great Catcher. Sometimes all we need to finish off a game is knockout at the Dedenne-GX on the bench, and we can actually play the Great Catcher without having to rely on the supporter for that turn, so we can research into it. And we have a single copy of Friend Ball because most decks are either playing Jirachi or Dedenne. Like, most decks are either Metal, Lightning, or Psychic right now, so Friend Ball is an extra way to get an extra Pokemon out that we might need at any given time. Tool Scrapper gets rid of annoying giant bombs, of annoying spell tags, and of opponents' skateboards that they want to make use of, so that's really nice, and of opponents' metal goggles in case we are up against the mirror match. So that rounds out the deck. Let's jump into a ladder, play a game of this deck, and see how well we can do with it. Let's see how well we can do with it. Alright. We're looking for our opponent. So yeah, big props to CARDMARKET.com for sponsoring. I'm sure if you are from Europe and you're watching, you'll be interested. So make sure you don't miss out towards the end of the video on how you can win a €10 voucher or a €5 welcome voucher if you've never used CARDMARKET before. Yeah, I have a few of those to give out. Some of them will be given out like by watching this video, and the rest will be given out in the next sponsored CARDMARKET.com video, which will be coming out in 2 weeks time. Alright, so we finally find an opponent. I did not pay attention to the previous screen, so I'm not sure what type of deck we're up against, but we are going first. We do see a Rayquaza deck box and an Arceus coin and no sleeves and a Jirachi, so not a lot of information for us right here. I will lead with the Friend Ball though. I think that's a pretty good card to lead off with. I will see that I priced 1 station, and my Jirachi Prism is already living in the price card, so we won't be able to pull off the combo, but we might be able to pull it off inadvertently. So that puts less pressure on me to pull off the combo, to find the pieces, although it's obviously less reliable. So we did price 1 station, we did price 1 Oranguru, 1 Acro Bike. I have those 1 Switch, we priced 1 Switch, we priced 1 Metal, and then 1 other card that I can't quite figure out just yet. Oh, and the Jirachi Prism, of course, there you go. That's our 6 prices. So knowing that, and because this guy is not super easy to retreat, I think setting up the Oranguru here to guarantee that I get 2 attachments this turn is really nice. That guarantees that I'm gonna get an attack of. Go ahead and use the Primate Wisdom, draw a card. Don't want to play that Quick Ball because I want this card, and also that would shuffle my deck, and therefore it would remove, it would remove the Metal Energy from the top, which now drawing these 2 Metal Saucers might not be a terrible idea, purely because after I research, like, Metal Saucers are super important for this deck to be able to power up follow-up stations. And now we might end up losing definitely 1, maybe 2, depends on, like, I'm going to use Primate Wisdom next turn to save 1. However, losing 1 can be pretty detrimental, especially when apparently we're up against Firebox. That's not going to be fun. My opponent does go for the boss's orders, which... like, there's no way he gets... no, there is a way he gets a KO. Fire Flint. Okay, so we're up against a fire deck. This is going to be pretty troublesome. I'm surprised he decided to use that, honestly. Please on Marshadow as well, and Dedenne. And it's a Cinderace VMAX deck, alright. So yeah, losing these is going to be even more problematic. So what I might actually end up doing is utilizing utilizing Oranguru, putting back one. If I had a boss's orders, this would be fantastic actually. I might have to try for that, honestly. I might have to try and go for a boss's orders. Or, I mean, that top deck is helpful, because that actually allows me to utilize one of the Metal Saucers, and I can save the other one. Is there merit to using Zamazenta, powering up Zamazenta? I think there is. I honestly think there is. To force my opponent into not necessarily powering up, right? Not necessarily powering up to the VMAX. I do find a switching card. I don't think I want to switch, however. Or maybe I do. Maybe I actually do want to switch. Just play it safer. My opponent has already used a boss's order, so yeah, actually I think this is better. And then do I snipe the Dedenne? Do I put pressure and force my opponent to attack me? Or do I just attach here? Yeah, I think that's a little better, because I have the boss's orders next turn. So if I find a switching card, which I do, very nice, and I'm guaranteed to get an attachment here. So now, if my opponent evolves into the VMAX, I can pressure with Zamazenta V. If my opponent keeps this guy as a regular Cinderace, I can knock it out with Zamazenta V. And my opponent just immediately goes for the VMAX, which I don't mind too much, because I have the Zamazenta V, so already coming into play the good doggos. The good doggos. Alright. Here's a Stellar Wish for a Scoop Up Net. No sign of Welder, which is good so far, right? No sign of Welder, which is good. My opponent replacing his own stadium. That might give him the 2 fires he needs for the Welder. We might be seeing our Necrozma GX, our Duskmane Necrozma promo go down. But like I said, it's not the end of the world. And if we get the first hit in onto that, that'll be really good. Okay, so my opponent does have the guaranteed attack here. My opponent does have the guaranteed attack. Also attaches to the Volcanion. Another good thing about Zamazenta is that 230 HP means it will not be going down. It will not be getting KO'd by Volcanion. Alright, so poor Duskmane. I definitely think, like, if I had just taken a prize on Jirachi, that would have been absolutely awful. That actually would have been absolutely awful. So this is what I'm going to do. We're going to attach here. We are going to play Acro Bike, discard the Jirachi. We're going to use the other Acro Bike, keeping the metal. I do have a saucer though. Actually, yeah, I'm going to do that. Yeah. As long as I have a lot of powered up attackers, I think I'll be fine. So yeah, that works. Let's do that. And then the question is, do I go for Marnie? We don't know anything on my opponent's hand at this point. And I do have the boss's orders and the switch. So you know what? I'm gonna Prime Wisdom that. And I think now I Marnie. Just to take away options from my opponent. We don't know if he has boss's orders or not. But why risk it? To find another of these, I do find a switching card potentially. So I'm gonna Assault Tackle. I can't KO, right? I can't KO this Cinderace VMAX with this guy, but I can KO with this guy. So as long as there's no boss's orders this turn, we can chase that down. I'm gonna see a quick ball, might be for Eldegoss. It's not, okay, it's for Cinderace. Okay, so I guess worst case scenario would be to see my opponent power that guy up, retreat, and knock me out. Right? That would be worst case scenario. But then I return KO with my Zacian V. And then, yeah, he probably return KOs me. So what a hand we gave to my opponent. At least the 2 retreat cost could come into play if my opponent doesn't have Switch, which he hasn't played any yet. Quick balls, once again. He did discard a fire to get 2 fires. And goes for the Dedenne, so I'm guessing he's missing the fire or he's digging for the Switch. One of the two. And if he's missing the fire and he just Dedenne changes here, then that was definitely a mistake, I guess. I am down 2 saucers. Decides to Scoop Up Net the Marshadow. And has Pokecom, okay. The biggest issue is that Volcanion, because that Volcanion can 1-KO Zacian V. Alright. Definitely think my opponent did not play that optimally, because he was missing an energy and he might whiff the energy, right? There's a chance he whiffs the energy. And he had cards to discard for the energy. Like he used giant cards discarding a fire to get 2 fires, where he could have simply discarded any of the other cards, right? He had a Scoop Up Net and he had a Pokecom. So either of those would have been a much better discard, I would say. Didn't immediately slam down the energy. So I'm gonna take a guess that he doesn't actually have it yet. Yeah, there you go. So big misstep by my opponent. Now this 20 damage is impactful because now he can KO me with Volcanion, right? So that is impactful. But Zamazenta has definitely proven its worth so far. So then what do I do here? What do I actually do here? I would like a switching card, of course. I would like a switching card, so I'm gonna go ahead and 2 switches available, 1 is prized. At least an escape board would be nice to attach to the active. Alright, so I'm gonna do this. I kind of want to keep this space open in case I need to Dedenne change. So I'm gonna Primate Wisdom the boss. I do find myself a Metal Energy, which I definitely welcome. Question is, who do I attach to? Is it Zamazenta in case he evolves? 2 bosses orders down. Yeah, I think it's Zamazenta. And then I'll pick up the Oranguru so I can Primate Wisdom after I research, in case I need to save that boss's orders yet again. And I do find the switch, that is fantastic. Let's go ahead and put a boss's orders over here. And I even find this. So is it worth it to save the metal, actually? I mean, save the switch. I think it is. Okay, yeah, because I don't mind paying that cost. I did find this. So now I have 3 attackers powered up. And I'm going to take a prize card right now. And there's a chance I could find Jirachi Prism Star, right? Which if I do, then I'm 1 boss's orders away from winning the game on a Dedenne. Because remember, Jirachi Prism Star, there we go. Very nice. Alright. So the metal deck with no weakness protection might end up beating the fire deck. So my opponent whiffed energy, he would have knocked out Zamazenta. What's the worst that could have happened after that? Like, I would have gone boss's orders and done the exact same thing. And then he knocks out this Zacian and I have the other one powered up. That reset stamp of course hurts, right? That reset stamp of course hurts. I do find a Marnie, but I have at least like 1 more turn, right? Okay, definitely promoting the Jirachi here. Definitely promoting the Jirachi. I need all the help I can get this turn. And there's a Scoop Up. I mean, that's guaranteed. Oh, that was silly. Oh, I could have used that to pull off the combo. Oh my god, I'm so silly. Okay, you know what? Okay. Oh, there's boss's orders too. What? Alright, it's fine. So I'm gonna do... Oh no, I can't do it anymore. Oh my god. Jeez, I completely messed this turn up. I completely messed this turn up. Completely messed this turn up. Wow. Completely messed this turn up. Absolutely completely messed this turn up. It could have been such a good, like, basically game-winning turn, and I just botched it completely. Okay, I still have my... Wait, he already evolved. So I'm feeling... Nah, you know what? I'm just gonna data change. Ugh, I'm sorry, I completely messed that up. Completely messed that up. Okay, we're still fine. We are still fine. There we go. I'm gonna keep the Great Catcher. And that's the game. Yeah, that is the game. Discarding the 2 switches, we bring up the Dedenne. Which one? Doesn't really matter. And thanks to prizing our Jirachi Prism Star, we were able to, and finding it, right? We were able to finish off the game. Now, however, if I hadn't found the Jirachi Prism Star right there, I would have been able to have a chance at finding it this turn, right? So I would have had a 66% chance at winning, because if my first prize was Jirachi Prism Star, then I would have won. If my second prize was Jirachi Prism Star, then I would have won. Only if it had been the top left prize card would I not have won right there and then. So yeah, I definitely missequenced that last turn pretty badly. That was not great by me. But the important thing is recognizing it, right? Recognizing where you are going wrong and learning from it. That's the most important thing. Yeah, so it's not super easy to be explaining everything and concentrated and speaking and playing optimally and analyzing your opponent and whatnot. However, I do that so that I can show you, right? Hopefully we can all learn from what I do well, but also from my mistakes, right? Because I'm sure I'm not the only one that makes those mistakes. So yeah, make sure you stay tuned to find out how you can win the one of the €10 vouchers from CARDMARKET.com or one of the €5 welcome vouchers to CARDMARKET.com. I'm glad you tuned in to the end of the video to figure out how to win one of these vouchers. In this video, I will be giving out one €10 voucher and 2 €5 welcome vouchers. All you need to do to be entered to win is type a comment down below and like the video. The comment should include anything you want, but it should say whether you want to be entered into the €10 or the €5, okay? You can't win both of them. You have to be a new customer to win the €5 or a current customer to win the €10 voucher. So that's all you need to do. Yeah, here's an example of what a comment would look like. Leave something similar depending on whether you're entering the €10 or the €5, and make sure you follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, where I will be giving out the other vouchers as well as saving some for the second Card Market video. Thanks so much for tuning, and thanks so much to Card Market for helping out the channel and supporting us. Make sure you check them out at cardmarket.com.